And a lot of people forget that I actually called some golf or two for 5 years with Johnny. Actually, I was just there and I teed it up for Johnny Miller. But I've never been treated more kindly by a group of athletes than when I joined the golf business. And this gentleman here, Freddie Couples, he made me feel after just a couple of tournaments like I really belonged. And I'll never forget that, Fred.
Well, you're one of the all-times, and I'll tell Mark the reason I snuggled up next to you is because now there's nights like this where I can come up here and talk to you guys. But usually I'm bad luck Chuck here at home games. I go to a lot of games and root for the home teams, and we struggle a little bit. But partly I came down with a friend, Scott Jones, and Arlene and my girlfriend, and we've had a blast today in San Diego. We've been down here the whole day.
Well, tell us what you're doing now. Obviously, you're going through rehab. Or how you feeling?
Well, I feel pretty good. I haven't played since February. 7 months off. I'm itching to go back, and it'll probably be in January. I was going to try and play in a month from now, but there's no real reason to go play a week or two. I laugh when I said I've actually been exercising or working out, whatever it's called, but I'm really struggling with. I'm not that strong of a guy. I can hit a golf ball a long way, always has, but I just am not a big workout guy. So now I'm every day, except Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when football's on now.
Exactly. Yeah. No, we got a heck of a game going, but I'm a huge baseball fan. Last off-season, I played a little golf with Nolan Arenado up in Newport Beach.
Does he hit it as long as he hits a baseball?
You know what? He's a really good player who doesn't play much, but I learned more about him. And one of the days we played with Doug DeCince, and Doug told me this kid is phenomenal. So we've been watching the whole year, and it's been kind of fun to watch him.
Now, you say it's your favorite sport. Did you play when you were younger?
Well, everyone plays. I played the high school I went to. I was young, but as a freshman, and our golf and high school baseball was the same time. My dad played. My brother was drafted 100 years ago, and I felt like I was a good shortstop and pitcher. My brother was a very good pitcher, and then
I would think you were a pretty good hitter.
You know, I was okay, but I'm glad I chose golf.
Yeah, it's a pretty good choice.
Well, I'm not playing now, but 56 years old, and I'm still playing.
You're 56 now.
Yeah. You know, you did golf. You know, people, you look back and there are a few times Don Trumpy. I've won.
Bob Trumpet.
Bob Trump, yeah. And 40 years ago when I won, and people will send me a little clip or a little tape, and I'll watch it. And the announcers then, you know, they're as old as we are. They're as old as
no one's as old as I am.
well, yes.
Vin Scully's older.
Yes. But it's fun to look back and at a lot of the guys I've met. You know,
golf is the most difficult sport I've ever called. Oh. It's the most difficult because as Jay hits that one in the left field corner, fair ball. Jay's back to his old habits. Another double for Jay. He misses 2 months of the season. That's his 25th double. He still leads the team in 2 base hits. How about that?
Well, Freddie, you know you can't hear and you don't want to hear the phrase slicing it. But down the line here, John Jay, this is a really nice slice off the bat of John Jay.
He's a good player. We all know he came from St. Louis, and I don't know how you got him. Maybe you just picked him up or traded for him, but obviously a little bit of power and a lot of doubles and singles and everything else.
Staying right in the fairway. It was pretty nice by John Jay with the double. But the question I wanted to ask you, too, so much talent on the tour now, especially these younger players. Jason Day, there's so many names to talk about. Who's your favorite?
You know, Ricky Fowler obviously is a great player. I think the world of Jason Day. I just think he's got the whole package. He hits it 100 miles and he works really hard. And you know, that's a home run. Of all the top players, Rory is someone I don't know that well, but I like the way they play.
Spieth?
Well, Jordan Spieth, yeah. I mean, you know, going to be one of the all-time American players ever play, and the Ryder Cup's coming up shortly.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, well, we need our guys. You know, Suzanne and I are going to go. I'm going to go watch and root for them and have a good time, but we need to get moving and win one of these. It's so easy to say, but I'll let you call this. Here's Nolan.
Deep to Arenado. Look at that gun across to get Myers. Well, I did the Ryder Cup, that dramatic win at Brookline in '99.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't there. I didn't make that team, but that was. We've only won once since then.
That's amazing.
It is amazing because we're all equal. As you know, I was president of the President's Cup team, and we win that, I think it's because of the 12 guys always play. In the Ryder Cup, it's very hard to sit, and sometimes you get a little edgy and you don't think you're the player because the coach will not play you, and you get a little hesitant, and then you got to go out there and beat Justin Rose and Faldo and Rory and Sergio and Lee Westwood and Stenson. I mean, those are top players, and they pound you and they don't let down. Whereas when we get ahead, it's hard because we haven't won in so long. And when we get behind, they just pound you.
I think everyone's so excited when they see that Ryder Cup is the camaraderie that everyone has, and I think that's spectacular to watch golf and have that. It's almost a fraternity when you guys come down, because individually you're always competing.
Shot to Arenado, and that Golden Glove takes a hit away from Arenado. Well, we won't interrupt your fun here. It was great to see you, Fred.
You too. Thanks
for
having me up
back
here.
in order.
I'm going to try.
Pleasure.
All right, Mark. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
One of the best. One of the very best.